Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. As tonight, it's the PIHL 2024 Penguins Cup Class AAA Championship game. The North Allegheny Tigers, the number 2 seed, taking on the top-seeded Pine Richland Rams. I'm Randy Gore along with Bob Orkwis for the call of this, which should be an exciting championship game tonight. And let's run down how these teams got here. North Allegheny in the PIHL playoffs, defeating Pittsburgh Central Catholic 3-1. Beat Seneca Valley in the semifinals 4-2. Pine Richland in the quarterfinals, riding a 9-game winning streak. Coming into tonight, beat Bethel Park 3-1 in the quarterfinals, and top Peters Township last week in the semifinals 4-2. So both teams with 4-2 wins in the semifinals took a different route for those 4-2 finals to get here.
To say that the margin, Randy, between these two teams is razor thin would be an understatement. You mentioned it. In the quarterfinals, identical scores 3-1. Semifinals, identical scores 4-2. During the regular season, 2 Pine Richland wins by 1 goal in each game. One of them was a shootout loss. A 1-point difference, which was enough to get Pine Richland the number 1 seed. And you mentioned it, 8 of 9 for North Allegheny, 9 straight for Pine Richland. So really no surprise these two teams are here. It's hard to dive into stats and numbers and trends when two teams are so evenly matched and come away with something that tips the scale in one favor or the other. So we just need to drop the puck and get it on, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know that there really is much of a heavy, as you put it, a statistic where one team has a heavy advantage over the other. 1 goal wins for Pine Richland in the regular season. And we talked with both coaches about the regular season games. It seems like neither coach is taking much out of those regular season matchups. Pine Richland coach Jordan Yaklick, he said it's a clean slate. We don't really take much from those earlier wins. And for North Allegheny, Andrew Cease, in his second year as head coach, he said he looked at it from the perspective that it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a single season. You hear that often. That's certainly going to be the point from North Allegheny's perspective.
And so in 1-goal games, too, there's a play that maybe goes Pine Richland's way, and a game tonight could go North Allegheny's way. That could flip the script, especially when you get a shootout loss. So I think you throw that away. One trend I do like is that Pine Richland, not that this means they win tonight, right, but they were the preseason St. Margaret's champion. And that is usually a good precursor of what to expect during a regular season. So they haven't disappointed. Coach Yaklick said, they've stayed to the script. They're resilient. They work hard. And kind of the same thing from Coach Cease. He told us last week, he told us again tonight, the buy-in from his players to what they're doing and the camaraderie has been spectacular. So they're going to rely on that, obviously, to get them through. It's interesting because in the semifinals, Randy, the scripts were flipped as well. NA jumped out their 3-0 lead, held on. They took a big punch on a comeback in their win over over Seneca Valley. It was different for Pine Richland. They were down 2-0 before they had a big third period to come up with a win. So interesting. That was maybe one big difference on the road to getting here for both of these teams.
And with North Allegheny, you mentioned the great start for the Tigers against Seneca Valley and then hanging on, staving off a Seneca Valley rally. The Tigers scored 3 in the first. Great start for the team, something Coach Cease is looking for again tonight. Pine Richland, in contrast, they would prefer to not have to battle from behind as they did against Peters Township, who were the 2-time reigning champions. We will have a new champion in Class 3A as a result, but Peters Township jumped ahead 2-0. The Rams got 1 goal before the end of the second and then scored 3 in the third period for the 4-2 victory. What turned out to be the game-winning goal didn't occur until 2:57 remaining in the third period by Josh Lanyard, so it was tight all the way through, and then an empty net goal for Pine Richland made it 4-2. Same for the Tigers, an empty netter made it 4-2 NA.
There's a factoid. If you're a fellow PIHL Class 3A competitor, you might want to turn the sound off for a second, I'll give you permission to turn it down for 10 seconds. Cam Junker in net for NA. He's a junior. Brett Sudak in net for Pine Richland. He's also a junior. There, see him on the screen. So they have been great. Sudak has stopped 35 of 42 shots in the playoffs. Cam Junker's been the busier of the two. He stopped 58 of 61 in the 2 victories for NA.
Sudak in the opening win of the playoffs needed to only make 8 saves in the victory against Bethel Park. He was far busier against Peters Township. He made 28 saves in that win, as you put it, 36 saves total.
Yeah, 36 of 39, correct.
And Camden Junker, 58 saves total, and he's been terrific. He's been the hot hand. Remember, the all-star keeper for NA this year was Andrew Long, but we've seen it throughout the playoffs over the years, whether it be in the PIHL or the National Hockey League. You ride the hot hand.
You're telling me there's superstition, right? Cam Junker comes in, he gets a win in the first round. He gets the next start, he gets another win. Quite certain you're going to start that goaltender. That's just the way it goes. Superstition players, coaches all around.
Well, Camden Junker, you just saw him there. 5-3 record in the regular season with a 2.62 goals against and a .884 save percentage. Bobby already gave you his playoff numbers. Brett Sudak, in contrast for Pine Richland, in the regular season, the junior keeper, 9-2-1 with a 2.31 goals against and a .895 save percentage. And once again, you already heard his playoff numbers.
The words are on the coaches. Andrew Cease, the junk man, that's his nickname, said he's very calm in the net. And Jordan Yachlik said Brett Sudak has a high compete level. So those are both important in a game like this. The loser, their season is over. The winner gets one more game and a chance for the Pennsylvania Cup this upcoming Saturday.
And winner of this will face the winner of the Flyers Cup, which will take place tomorrow night, LaSalle College High School against Malvern Prep. We're just about set for the opening announcements here from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex, and we'll turn it over to Austin McLean for those announcements here tonight for the 3A Championship, the Penguins Cup Finals.
Introducing our away team, the number 2 seed in the Class AAA bracket, the North Allegheny Tigers. And now introducing your home team, the number 1 seed in the Class AAA bracket, by Commander Rich Manning from the Allegheny County Sheriff's Office.
Strike.
Beautifully done, the Star Spangled Banner from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry, North Allegheny and Pine Richland in the Class AAA Penguins Cup Final.
You could have said North Allegheny and Pine Richland. I put a colon or semicolon there, and it's North Allegheny, Pine Richland, right, Randy? You and I could be broadcasting cribbage between these two schools, and it would be high intensity. I would expect nothing less here this evening.
Pine Richland appearing in the championship for the first time since winning the Class 2A title in 2019. They have been in Class 3A ever since. North Allegheny appearing in the championship for the first time since winning the Penguins Cup 3A title in 2021. Back in 2019, it was the Rams who won 2A and North Allegheny who won 3A. And amazingly enough, Pine Richland and North Allegheny are facing each other in a Penguins Cup playoff for the first time since 1975. Back when the Rams were Richland High School, they beat NA 3-2 back in 1975 in a state qualifier game to advance to what was then the first ever state tournament. Baldwin won that tournament, by the way, back in 1975. And to add to it, these teams were slated to play against each other in 2020 in the Class 3A semifinals, but that was the night the world shut down because of COVID, and the game was never played. So here we are underway tonight in the 2024 Penguins Cup Championship. They think back to 2020, and both coaches we've spoken with over the years, they said about that night that they would have rather to played that game and lost than to have never played it at all. It always, what if, is what you think back to that 2020 playoff season. But we're underway in this one in North Allegheny in the Road Blacks, Pine Richland in the home whites as the top seed. And plenty of play here in the neutral zone. It's looking for a quick start, bouncing puck on net from Kerber, and that's stopped by Sudak.
Gets his first touch, right? Get that out of the way of your Sudak. Get the first hit, the first puck touch. Get that out of the way. There's excitement, but there's jitters, right? No doubt. Even if you've been here before at this level, whatever level, at a championship game, you're always going to have some jitters as well. There's Sudak who gets the first touch. And the puck was played out into the NA bench. It'll be a face-off in the North Allegheny zone.
And Coach Jordan Yaklik, he spoke about Sudak. You mentioned the compete level. He said it's one of the highest in a player that he's ever coached. And that speaks volumes. Scoreless in the opening minute. North Allegheny will take control of the puck in their own zone. Jackman up ahead to Kerber. Looks to the speedy Joyson to his left. Leaves the puck now for Jackman, who plays it near the corner. Kerber across the way. Ricochets it off the boards. Murphy can't handle. And now here come the Rams the other way, but only for a moment. Dumped in by Williams. The Rams will go for a line change. Now turnovers in the semifinals, they went each way in a victory for both teams, so they were able to capitalize. Pine Richland did late in the third against Peters Township. North Allegheny did early in the first against Seneca Valley. Joyson comes out of the corner with the puck. And then set in by Lichetto, who had a goal in that semifinal last week.
I thought he was really good in the semifinal win over Seneca Valley, Gianni Lichetto.
Fritz tries to backhand it in front, settled at the point, keeping it in the attack zone for North Allegheny. Tyler Bianchin pinned up against the near boards. Rams trying to skirt it free. Eventually it does come loose, but the Tigers still on the hunt. Scoreless of the early going, 14:43 and counting. Now the Rams with their terrific defensemen, couple of all-star defensemen, able to chip it. Taggart will leave it in the corner, and again a line change as the Rams have mostly been able to defend successfully, but they've been on their heels in the opening minutes.
Doug Van Meter, Logan Kozak, two of those all-stars. Coach Seats talked about it. He said they have 4 really good defensemen.
And the Rams with those outstanding defensemen. The Tigers want to be strong on the forecheck tonight, as they were against Seneca Valley. Campbell now is the Rams in transition. And in front, Tigers will gain control as skating through there. Benjamin Bailey's, and Van Meter unable to keep it in.
Coach Yaklik, by the way.
Oh, look out. Some pushing and shoving. And you mentioned no matter what the sport, if it's cribbage, if it's marbles, No matter what, it's going to be a heated game, yeah.
Well, it's hockey too, so that happens. That was a little, hey, how you doing? Van Meter was involved in it. Mentioned Jordan Yocklick, Pine Richland graduate, won a state championship in 06 as a player, won a state championship in 19 as a coach. So he's been on the winning end of both Pennsylvania and Penguin Cup championships as a player and a coach for the Rams.
So he's done it both on both ends, player and coach, trying to win another here for the Rams. Andrighetti lost the handle in the Tiger zone. Coming free is Ed Shear, the sophomore, and he'll leave it in the corner, swing it around the horn to the far side where Williams will backhand it onto teammate Aiden Tarasovic. Flipped in to the NAN by Carson Verzella. Carson, the freshman, the younger brother of the two Verzella brothers. AJ is the junior and older brother, and AJ a couple of goals in this year's playoffs for the Rams.
Yeah, one in each game. There you see the puck. Cam Junker's glove, his first touch. Andrew Cease, by the way, would have been a freshman. Not sure if he played back in 07 since he was a 2010 graduate at NA, but certainly as an assistant coach under Mike Bagnotto has been around Pennsylvania Cup, Penguin Cup championships. He knows the pedigree and the expectations here at North Allegheny in his second year, sixth year for Coach Yocklick.
And both coaches have a tie to Jim Black as well, who has coached both NA and Pine Richland. Big lick laid on there by the Rams. And Logan Kozak, we talked about him as an all-star defender, and he shows you why right there. And another big hit, this time laid on by Van Meter, the other all-star defenseman. Tigers continue on the forecheck, though. Campbell finds a teammate, but Jackman with the steal. He'll leave it as he leaves the ice. Coming free for the Rams, it's Van Meter. Weaving through traffic, takes a hit from Desai. Rams for a line change. And it's Steele. Proctor with the takeaway. Adam Proctor. Rams chase after and come out of there with it. A.J. Verzella. Three Tigers surround him, however. And Brock Murphy with the puck fed ahead to Desai. And Murphy will regroup. Brock Murphy, a junior defenseman. The puck ricocheted off the far boards, deep into the Pine Richland end. Hauled in and skated forward by Taggart. And Taggart, he could not let a shot go from the right wing circle, but the Rams still on the forecheck, on the hunt. Isaac Baker trying to leave it on the backhand up to the left point. Wrister on net from Taggart. That's stopped by Junker. Verzella digging for the puck. Backhanded out by North Allegheny's Jake Fritz. We're under 12 to go in the first period, still scoreless, and you still get the sense that these teams are feeling each other out.
You don't want to make that first mistake, right? You certainly want the first goal, the first big play, the first power play, but you don't want to be on the turnover end. There's Travis Lamarck, speaking of all-star defensemen. He has that honor for NA.
Bouncing puck back to Tarasovic near center red. Carson Verzella trying to angle it into the NA zone. And eventually Luke Walkoskis, one of the top scorers for North Allegheny, but the Tigers skating it offsides.
So Walkoskis, it was almost a 2-on-1, and Colton Andrighetti was between him and Kerber. So they sort of were right next to each other, Randy. And then Walkoskis made one move to cut a stride to the inside, and Kerber went just a stride ahead on the outside, which caused that offside. So credit Andrighetti for kind of being in between them and causing that offside.
Walkoskis on the draw, but it's won by Pine Richland, and the Rams with a full head of steam. Here comes Zachary Howard. He has it poked free. Walkoskis without numbers, 2-on-3. He's warded off by Carson Verzella. Andrighetti 2-on-2. Wayward pass for Howard, who will chase it down along the far boards. Howard risks one toward the net, but that'll go wide right. And now with a head of steam, here comes Walkoskis the other way. Again, 2-on-3 for the Tigers. Walkoskis trying to make some moves to make it happen himself. Shear in the corner will soccer it to Walkoskis, who is hit hard by Andrighetti. Shear bounces off a man in the corner. And still pinned up against the near boards, and eventually the Rams dig it free. is weaving through traffic is Howard. He's the top scorer for Pine Richland this year, the regular season, but he will dump it in.
He's their captain. He's a two-time All-Star for the Rams, Zach Howard.
Rister tore the net by Van Meter. Blocker saved by Junker. Taggart will feed it behind the net. Touched by A.J. Verzella. Tigers eventually able to clear it. Van Meter trying to keep it in, could not. Punched back in by Logan Kozak. Lamarck will leave it for a teammate on the far side. Across the ice now to Joyson. Joyson with that great speed. He had the empty netter to finish off Seneca Valley last week of the semifinals. Noah Logan, excuse me, the younger brother of Owen, who was the captain of this NAT, now playing junior hockey. A.J. Verzella with a wrist shot from just inside the blue line, but a glove save by Camden Junker.
5 goals for A.J. Verzella in the regular season. You mentioned a goal in each of the playoff games. Zach Howard, the captain, little jokingly when we talked to Coach Yaklik about his leadership, lives in the same neighborhood with Cullen Campbell. And Howard's a senior, Campbell's a sophomore, but last year he drove Cullen to practices and games. So we joked about the leadership extending off ice for Zach Howard, and that was a prime example.
The captain will do it all, including being the Uber driver if he needs to.
You got to drive
him a 5-star rating.
Drive the car, right? Drive the team as the captain, no matter how you do it, right? He wants the 5-star rating, definitely.
Off a deflection, Proctor knocks a man down.
That was Fritz. Good effort by Fritz. Almost created a 2-on-1.
NA fans booing. They thought a hook there, but Desai will feed it to Fritz. Left wing circle. Rister goes wide left. Played back toward the net. Bouncing puck, and that's smothered by Sudak. 9:02 to go in the first. Still scoreless in the 3A Penguins Cup final.
Fritz, even though he missed the net, did a good job to get in front, and then Proctor stayed with him. But Fritz, instead of quitting, came down the near wing, the left wing, and then cut to the net. And that's where we want to be. He said that puck was bouncing. If Sudak doesn't make that play cleanly, you want to be around there to kind of pick that up. The tough spot, the greasy goals, if you will. Maybe that could be a difference maker in this contest.
Knocked down in the neutral zone, but Lanyard wrist shots deflected off the body of Lamarck it into the quarter. Campbell will backhand it once again behind the North Allegheny cage. Lamarck, will gather it in. Williams in the neutral zone will bank it off the near boards to Bianchin. Bianchin getting beyond a man, now on to Joyson near side. Joyson trying to work around Van Meter. Joyson tripped up in the offensive zone. Oh, a little backhand touch by Joyson. It will just trickle wide to the right.
I'm not sure if he backhanded it through his legs, but he was knocked down, and as he was getting up, great idea to try to slide that on net, even though he missed.
Lamarck will handle. One-touch pass. Dorsch onto Shear. Rister goes off a stick and out of play. Is it still 0-0? 7:56 to go in the first.
Shots just 4-2, just 6 of them in this first period. In favor of Pine Richland. And neither team has had a ton of zone possession time where they've been able to set up and get things going offensively. Tigers get an offensive zone face-off, and their top scorer, Luke Wilkoskis, will take the draw. He's got 2 points in 2 playoff games.
Wilkoskis backhand in front, and off the backhand, that'll just slide wide to the left by Shear. Shear puts on a big hit. Turnover. Wilkoskis stops on a dime. Rister goes wide to the right. And now hauled in by Carson Verzella. He takes a hit up to Andrighetti, though. Andrighetti keeps his balance, warding off a hit and trying to get a shot on net, but that never found its way to Junker. Now Andrighetti with a hit as he puts that one on Alex Costa. And boy, the guys are pinballing around out there on both sides. Andrighetti in the neutral zone. He'll leave it as the Rams go for a line change. Turnover. Oh, and a centering pass in front just goes wide of Jeremy Casper.
That was not a good turnover. That turned into a 3-on-2 down low for the Rams. Fortunate that turnover didn't cost them.
Oh, Anthony trying to play it in front and reaching out was Kerber looking for a deflection, could not connect. Rams 3-on-3. Verzella, that being AJ, the older brother of the Verzella brothers. But he loses the handle, and now it's on to Jackman in the neutral zone. Chip back. Bianchin trying to chase it down. AJ Verzella on the forecheck, able to force it loose. And it comes back to a Ram. Now Casper in the slot slaps it wide to the left.
Good vision. Not sure how Ben Bailey's knew Casper was there, but he found him in the high slot. Thought he was going to shoot it. That turned into a good opportunity. Here's another.
Williams wrister off the chest of Junker, still loose. Lanyard rips one wide left. He had the game winner of the semi against Peters Township, just missed wide there.
No doubt, two best opportunities of the game either way. Lanyard had a lot on that wrister too. Just missed the far post.
Under 6 to play in the opening stanza. Desai finds a man, but good defensive play there by Williams to ward off Lichetto, who had a chance. Williams pirouettes at his own zone. He'll play it back to Aiden Tarasovic. Back to Williams it goes. Bounding puck to Lanyard. Lanyard trying to get it by Lamarck, could not, but he keeps possession as a trailer at the left point, fed in by Logan Kozak. Van Meter near the right point, but never quite gets to him. Now it does. Van Meter plays it off the leg of Desai, and it's back to the neutral zone. Both teams with a couple of guys leaving the ice. Wrister from distance by Van Meter, gloved by Junker, but he'll keep it in play. Shear across to the far side, while Koskis trying to poke it free. Van Meter will trickle it into the North Allegheny zone. Hit laid on by Van Meter on Lamarck, and another big stick. Lamarck weaving through traffic. Now on to Shear. He takes on a hit from Van Meter, who is laying the lumber big time.
Sure is. The sophomore missed some games early in the season with an injury.
Look out, here comes Howard Wrister on net from the slot into the midsection of Junker, who makes the stop.
And credit to Junker there with the good rebound control. But see what happens? You got Van Meter throwing the body around. You get a little energy. You get a good 1-on-3 opportunity, actually 1-on-4, cutting to the middle for Howard. But a good save by Cam Junker to keep it scoreless. 7-2 now the shots in favor of the Rams.
Zach Howard, who put that last shot on the cage. He's an all-star forward, 17 goals for the regular season, tied for second in Class 3A. Tied with Evan Kerber, who also had 17 goals for North Allegheny.
Howard was also the October PIHL 3A Player of the Month. So he started strong and hopes to finish strong here tonight.
Oh, man.
That time it's Baker.
Drops Joyson.
Joyce had his head down, right? Baker made him pay.
Now this Rams team we're going to have a delayed penalty here. Or excuse me, that was a delayed offsides rather. So the Tigers will gain possession inside their own zone. But these teams over the years, especially in ice hockey, when they have resumed their rivalry in 3A, there have been some spirited games between the two, and I think you can add this one to the list. But of course, the 3A title on the line. Chance for North Allegheny, but a wrist shot by Kerber goes wide left.
Good opportunity, top of the right circle for Evan Kerber, their top goal scorer, but fired it wide.
Under 3.5, period number 1. Still scoreless in the 3A finals, and now we've got a whistle.
I believe that's now 7 straight shots for the Rams that have found the net. Interesting because Pine Richland is physical, Randy, and we're talking about the high intensity when it's the Tigers and the Rams. Yet these two teams, they don't spend a lot of time in the penalty box, which is a good thing, which means they're playing within the limits of the law.
That's right. North Allegheny, the least penalized team in Class 3A, and Pine Richland, the third least penalized team in 3A. So they have done well in keeping out of the box, playing clean hockey, and that's part of what Coach Yaklik spoke with us about, that they just want to play their game in this 3A championship, do what they've done to get here and try to finish it, icing on North Allegheny.
He said team Coach Yockley talked about the work ethic. Both teams' head coaches talked about the work ethic, but he said everyone has settled into the rules and they take advantage of the opportunities. Called it a learning experience, even though they were the number 1 seed, 17-4, 0-1 for the Rams through the regular season. And the learning experience has got them on the cusp of a championship. The Tigers, both teams we mentioned, with 4 Penguin Cup titles in their history.
And we'll reiterate the streaks. Pine Richland has won 9 in a row. North Allegheny has won 8 of the last 9 in coming into this championship game. This time a North Allegheny check performed by Walkoskis as he knocks down Campbell. But Campbell with the puck, weaving through traffic. Parati with a hit to ward off Campbell, who's now on the forecheck. Walkoskis with a pass on the tape of Shear, who will dump it. 2:25 and counting in period number 1. Williams backhands it all the way, not only out of his zone, but this will be an icing on Pine Richland with 2:17 to play in period number 1.
Well, there's depth on both of these teams. I want to speak to the depth of North Allegheny specifically. On the defensive side, good luck to Owen Logan as the captain, now playing for the New Jersey Avalanche, as you talked about. But Travis Lamarck, the junior, the younger Logan, Noah, stepped up defensively, and then you got some juniors in Bianchin and Murphy, and a couple senior defensemen in Aiden Anthony, a sophomore in Costa. They kind of stepped up and they were able to absorb the loss of Owen Logan.
A chance there for Desai, but a kick save with the right leg pad by Sudak. Another one on net, this time from Fritz from a sharp angle. With the Rams, Andrighetti coming in on sides along with Carson Verzella on the forecheck, but the Tigers back to the neutral zone. Gathered in by Andrighetti. Andrighetti looking for the net. Kick save with the right pad, this time by Junker. Fed out by Murphy as he finds Lichetto. 2-on-3 for North Allegheny. Lichetto will skate in on his own, takes on a hit from Douglas Van Meter.
Yeah, who else, right? He's been really physical in this first period.
Down to 1:23 and counting. Andrighetti will drop it in the North Allegheny zone.
First time we had to see Brett Sudak make back-to-back saves in this first period.
Joyson with a man Taggart bearing down on him. Up to Jackman. Move in the open ice. Poke free. Back to Taggart trying to split 2 defenders. He's knocked down to the ice, and we're going to have our first power play of the 3A championship. It will belong with Pine Richland.
It's a slash. It's either going to be Anthony or Lamarck. Looked to me like it might have been Lamarck who got it in there, but a good read on the turnover. And then Taggart saw, he had the speed and he saw the angle. It's actually going to be Aiden Anthony going to the penalty box for slashing at 16:02. It'll be a late power play here in the first period for Pine Richland.
Pine Richland, the most dangerous power play in Class AAA, 27.7% success rate of the regular season.
They're 2 of 6 in the playoffs.
Lanyard wrister, sticked aside by Junker and cleared out by the Tigers.
Tigers are 7 for 7 on the penalty kill in the playoffs.
And they rank 4th in the regular season in that category as well. But even better in the postseason. And there's a stop by Junker.
Yeah, Colin Campbell got there. Down low, didn't get everything. Right on the top of the blue crease. They sort of tapped it into Junker's pads and he held on. 30.6 to go in this first period. You see the time there, 2:13 on the power play will carry over. No ice cut between periods 1 and 2. Just one of those between the second and third periods.
Lanyard wins the draw against Walkoskis. Power play continues for Pine Richland. Wrister toward the net, but that hits a body. Bianchi trying to clear it out, cannot. Riding it on the backhand, leaving it now for Campbell. Across the way, Van Meter's slap shot doesn't find the net. Bailey's in that corner, but Walkoskis clears. That's going to do it for the first period. is down to the waning seconds, and the Rams will just hold it. Van Meter will wait for the start of the second as the power play will continue into period number 2 as the Class AAA Penguins Cup Championship still scoreless here from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. We'll step aside for a break. Back with period number 2 right after this.
Watch WPIHL games. Read about the teams and athletes. Relive the big moments. Every season, the Trib Live High School Sports Network is your home for high school sports. No sign-ups, no fees, just sports.
And back at the UPMC Sports Complex in Cranberry, North Allegheny and Pine Richland scoreless after 1. Bob Orkwis, your takeaways.
Well, Coach Cease told us in the semifinals he wanted a shot advantage. Didn't have that in this one. A 10-4 advantage for the Rams. A lot of great scoring chances. The Lanyard shot miss was a good scoring chance, but they'd missed the net. But I think both teams have to be happy with their play. Still a minute and 2 to go on the slashing penalty to Aiden Anthony, so an early power play for Pine Richland. They were physical. Doug Van Meter specifically was physical. But 0-0 is where you need to be. So it's big here, early start. Always like to get the first goal in these high-profile games. And that's the opportunity, skating with the man advantage for the Rams. See their bench right there.
Yeah, power play continues for Pine Richland to start the second period. And Coach Andrew Cease of North Allegheny, he said that was the #1 key, stay out of the box. Well, they had done so until the very late stages of the first.
We can't have 5 penalties like we did in the semifinals against Seneca Valley.
And he said you can put a star, a circle, whatever you want around that key. That was the biggest one.
I chose a star and a circle.
Why not? Oh, and a steal by Jackman. He'll bounce one toward Sudak, but that eats up more time off this power play, which is down to 34 seconds. Howard, the leading scorer for the Rams in the regular season, stopping on a dime, a little pirouette there by Campbell. Bailey's eyes the net, ricochets off a body and in. That deflected off of Howard, I believe, and the Rams have a 1-0 lead on a power play goal with 16:18 to go in the second period.
That's what it looked like to me. Just a shot, a wrister, skating it from the left point. Ben Bailey's. And it looked like it hit Howard to me, who was stationed to the right post. He gets the power play goal. And for Zach Howard, his second goal of the playoffs, and a 1-0 lead early on the power play tally for Pine Richland here in the second period.
And if you're Junker, how do you stop that? From that replay, you could see it hit, it deflected at least twice before it eventually went in. And it looked like, again, from our perspective, that it was Zach Howard, the all-star. And for Howard, that will be, if it is him, his second goal of the season. We'll wait to the official announcement to confirm.
Throw it to the net, right? Pinball around. And you got the fortunate bounce. It is Zach Howard.
Certainly appeared to be the case, and I don't know that it hit his stick. It might have been off his leg, but it went in, and the Rams will take it. And one of those cases, they had a similar type of goal in the semifinal. A.J. Verzella had one that he played off the Peters Township keeper's shoulder and managed to find its way in. And that was from a sharp angled shot to prove the point. Just put it on net, and good things will happen.
Bailey's and Doug Van Meter. Ben Bailey's, Doug Van Meter get the assist on the power play goal. Special teams important. Special teams get the first goal of this one for the Rams.
And that's exactly why Coach C said we have to stay out of the box. They couldn't, and the Rams capitalize.
They were big, the Rams were, in the semifinals against Peters Township of the man advantage. Walkoskis with a big hit, laying into Aiden Tarasovich in front of the benches.
So the Rams break the ice, so to speak. They're on the scoreboard leading 1-0. Tigers cannot clear. Turnover, and look out, a chance for Andrighetti, centering pass, but a little bit wide of Howard. Howard now has the puck off a turnover, and he'll leave it in the quarter. You can see the Rams swarming now after that first goal. Rister toward the net, goes wide left from Van Meter. Lischetto trying to do it on his own. Giveaway by the Rams. Desai comes in on sides, but look out, a poke check and a steal by Andrighetti. Andrighetti on the backhand puts it on net with the angle taken away by Junker. A rather easy stop there. Fritz will play it in behind the Rams net. Desai on the chase. He'll get to it first. Jackman knocks it down. Surveys. Rister on net. Stop. Rebound loose as Sudak makes the save, and it's cleared out by Van Meter. 14-15 on a running clock here of the second. Rams by 1. Joyson to Jackman. Jackman off a skate. Rister toward the net. That hits Joyson. And now cleared out, and another opportunity for the Rams. Campbell, as he is ripped down, and that's going to be another penalty on North Allegheny, this time Brock Murphy. Well, the speed of the Rams is creating opportunities that the NA defensemen are put in a position they don't want to be.
There's a good bounce, too, and in stride. Campbell going the other way. It's a hold against Brock Murphy. Comes at 3:03 of the second period. Power play number 2 for the Rams, who are 1 for 1.
Well, we'll reiterate the point. North Allegheny said we have to stay out of the box. Rams 1 for 1 on the power play so far. They've got another opportunity here. Face-off won by Pine Richland. Feed in front by Verzella, that being AJ, but cleared out by the Tigers and Kerber. 1-0 Pine Richland. Howard scored the first goal of the night. Carson Verzella carries the mail into the North Allegheny zone. Trying to stop behind the net. He trips and falls off his skates. Now we've got a pileup behind the cage. Andrighetti gets to it along the far boards. Center point, Kozak. Carson Verzella, left wing circle, puts it on net. Blocker stop and a whistle.
You got a crease violation, I think, against the Rams. It's a pretty good shot. I'm not sure if Cam Junker was baiting Carson Verzella, but he took his time coming down the near wing, and Junker came off the post. So there was room on the short side. Ended up being a blocker save for Junker. And because the Rams got in the crease, that brings the face-up outside of the attack zone.
Power play continues for Pine Richland. Rams skate in. Bailey's has it. Skates around Aiden Anthony. Bailey's all the way to the circle. Center point, Van Meter. Slap shot on that. Rebound chance. And Lanyard off the body of Junker, but gathers it back in.
Lanyard
Campbell
turned it over, but couldn't quite get the clean turnover from backhand to forehand.
Van Meter surveys. Campbell on the right. Lets a man slide down to the ice. An NA defenseman went down to a knee. Played on net. Stopped by Junker. Van Meter continues. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Campbell, oh, beautiful pass, but Junker with a great save as he stops Benjamin Bailey's.
Yeah, Ben Bailey's. I think the first shot hit the post, and the second shot, oh, bad line change.
Look out, Howard skates in, breakaway, he is denied again. Stonewalled by Junker with 2 huge saves back to back. And look at the frustration there by Howard.
Tigers went for a change, and Van Meter saw it. Howard called for it. Look, it's a 3-on-0. Howard won in. Backhand, forehand. Great job with the right leg to make that save on Zach Howard. big sequence. 2 big sequences, I guess you could say. That guy right there keeps it 1-0.
They stop Bailey's, then the big turnover off the, well, we've got a penalty here on North Allegheny, Aiden Anthony. That came out of nowhere. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the next 18 seconds.
It's too many men.
Ah, that's the penalty. Yeah, it's a bench penalty. So too many men. 5-on-3 for 14 seconds now. Can the Rams capitalize? Van Meter fans on it, gets it back center point. 7 for the 5-on-3. Van Meter on net, rebound kicked aside. Howard was in the area but could not get to it, and it's cleared to center red.
Good second effort by Lamarck. So that makes the line change even worse. They give up a 3-on-0 with too many men. And now they're down 5-on-3, 5-on-4 now.
Campbell hits the stick of Lamarck, so 123 on the 5-on-4 man advantage.
Take a breath. Everyone can take a breath, right? If you're the Tigers, maybe not the Rams, they want to try to push this advantage. That's a good delay and a clear by Tyler Bianchin.
An extended power play, which means an extended opportunity for Pine Richland, who already leads at 1-0. Tarasovic, great forecheck here by Joyce, and the Rams, or the North Allegheny fans respond to that. Now Howard with 50 seconds in the man advantage. Tarasovic skates in, he'll circle, finds Campbell with some space. Oh, just past the stick of Howard, he had a wide open net. Kozak. Now on to Howard, across far side, Campbell. No goal, but there it's poked in. Campbell put it on net, hit the post, but Carson Verzella jams it home, and Pine Richland has a 2-0 lead. The shot by Campbell hit the body of Junker, then the crossbar, but there was Verzella to clean up the garbage. 2-0 Rams.
Carson Verzella, his first goal, the freshman of the playoffs. Second point in the right place at the right time. Talked about staying out of the box. Tigers have not done it, and the Rams have made them pay. 2 power play goals and a 2-0 lead for the Rams.
2 for 2 now on the power play, although that one was an extended one, as we said. And 2-0 Pine Richland as a result, and looking for more. Both teams with 4 Penguins Cup championships. Someone's going to come away with one for the thumb tonight. A.J. Verzella stood up by Lamarck at the blue line. Leaks across into the neutral zone. Casper plays it back in where it's gathered in by North Allegheny. Headman passed, but Lichetto was offsides, hit his body. He was already across the blue line when the puck hit him.
Shot a little elbow for A.J. Verzella. There you see him on the screen. 2 goals. Howard now has 2 goals. They both lead the Rams in playoff scoring, but special teams are important. Neither goal you can really fault Cam Junker. First one, a deflection off Howard's leg. You saw him right there. Number 53 is on the face-off. The second one, 2 bouncing pucks, right? He gets a piece of it, hits the crossbar, comes to Verzella, who tucks it into the empty net.
9:53 and counting, second period. So some positive bounces, if you will, for Pine Richland thus far. They have taken advantage of their opportunities. Parati, centering pass in front, and Shear cannot bang it home. He is stood up in front with a big hit laid on by Kozak, and the Rams clear.
The shot pass, Parati was very close to actually even getting that in on the goal. And then Shear just couldn't handle the bouncing rebound, and he paid for it, of course.
Kozak.
The point is, they always tell us, Randy, right, get pucks to the net. That's why it's 2-0 Pine Richland. They've gotten pucks to the net. 20-6, the shot advantage.
Bounding puck settled by North Allegheny. Another big hit by the Rams. Parati skates on. Is the last hit performed by Blake Schultz, the junior. Now Walkoskis will try to answer with a lick of his own. And now icing rather on North Allegheny. 8:50 to play in the second, 2-0 Pine Richland.
They've got AJ Verzella, but it was pretty sure it was Carson Verzella.
100% it was Carson, yep. It was number 13, not number 4.
Campbell and Lanyard, same family.
Yeah, they're okay with it. The brothers are fine.
They will share the excitement, right, with the 2-0 lead.
Of course, the Verzella brothers, their father, WTAE meteorologist Jeff Verzella. And Carson, he's known as a great goal scorer. He has one tonight. Oh, deflection in front by Lanyard. And Lamar clears.
Yeah, how about Junker was going to his left. And luckily had dragged that right peg.
And now they're announcing the correction. Yeah, Carson Verzella. And Carson is a 6th grader. He had a spinorama goal that was featured as the #1 play on ESPN SportsCenter's top 10 lists.
I remember viewing it. Back then it was Twitter, now known as X.
Social media, it went viral and found its way onto SportsCenter. Now Carson, I'm sure as much as he liked that goal, he likes the one he has tonight maybe a little bit more. Slapper bounces wide from Bianchin. This one, the one tonight certainly means a lot more in this 3A championship. Penguins Cup final, high stick on the puck by Desai. And the Tigers touch it up and the play whistled dead. 7:47 to play, 2-0 Rams. Both goals in the second period, both power play markers, one by Zach Howard, the other by Carson Verzella.
Yeah, Howard at 42 seconds. Carson Verzella's at 6:20. And again, the shot advantage heavy, 14. 21-7 in favor of Pine Richland. They've got, after the high stick, another ozone faceoff.
And the Rams can play this type of game, as they had done so similarly against Bethel Park, outshot them 20-9. This one 21-7 in the second period, and a lot more ice hockey still left to be played. Desai on the forecheck.
Yeah, look who's back to make the play defensively. That's the captain, Zach Howard.
Carson Verzella tripped up. Tigers keep it in. Fritz with a nice play. Goes off the body of Desai. Kept in by Brock Murphy this time. Only for a time, though. It's cleared back to the neutral zone and beyond. Brock Murphy will gather it in. Andrighetti on the forecheck, far side. Goes off the stick of Alex Costa. And back on to Kozak. Able to stand up a hit from Lechetto.
That's a difference between having your head up and your head down. Kozak has his head down. He takes the brunt of it. Saw it coming, braced for it, and he kind of actually got the better of that.
Lechetto across far side, off the stick of Van Meter. Joyson. Now it's Fritz. Skirted loose, back to Murphy. Nearing 6.5 here in the second period. Costa plays it behind the Pine Richland net. Van Meter takes a hit from Joyson. Fanning on a pass attempt there was Taggart's. And North Allegheny into the zone, but quickly back out. Casper, one-touch pass to Verzella. This being AJ this time. Verzella off the glove, rebound loose. And Slapper hits a defenseman there on the rebound chance for Casper. Now that time Junker couldn't squeeze it on the shot by AJ Verzella.
Kind of handcuffed him, got him off the cuff of the catching glove.
Kerber backhand knocked down by Casper.
Tigers need to get this puck in, which they haven't done. Get a cycle going and maybe force Pine Richland to take a penalty.
Kerber with a chance, wrister toward the net. Glove save made by Sudak.
We haven't seen a lot of rubber. Followed that along. Tigers just 4 shots in each of the first 2 periods. Kerber, leading goal scorer in the regular season with 17 for the Tigers. There he is in the middle.
Kerber and Pine Richland's Zach Howard, both with 17 of the regular season. But Howard has one tonight. And a 2-0 Pine Richland lead. 5:41 to go in the first period. Draw to the left of Sudak. Dorsch on the draw, wins it. Bianchin slides it behind the Pine Richland net. Dorsch to the far corner. Hit laid on by Shear. Pinned up against the boards. 4 men digging for it. Eventually coming free with it is Dorsch. Hit by Tarasovic and taken off the puck. Lanyard up ahead to Bailey's. Bailey's will dump and chase all on his own. Backhands it, thought he had Lanyard following him, and just a step off target. Still digging. Campbell up to Tarasovic. Tarasovic with some space, but that goes wide.
He tried to hit Ben Bailey's in the high slot with that shot pass.
Shearer dumps. Tigers go for a change. Campbell gathers it before Fritz can get there. Stopped by Desai. Bounding puck in front. Rams will clear it to the neutral zone. Bianchin back to the stick of Desai, and he'll dump it in the corner. Ravi Desai, standout on the North Allegheny boys golf team. He finished 9th in the WPIHL. As Verzella looking for a man in front, but pass a little bit off target for Andrighetti. Just to finish the thought on Desai, 9th in the Whipples, 14th in the state in the individual Class 3A golf tournament for Desai. And he's on the back check now as Desai, along with Aiden Anthony, right in front of you there. The Tigers eventually get that one to leak across into the neutral zone. Less than 4 to play in the second. Anthony back around toward Murphy. Andrighetti bounces off the stick of Van Meter, but he keeps it in the attack for Pine Richland. Oh, and another steal, this time A.J. Verzella. He poked it free from a man, but nobody else home there for A.J. Verzella as Pine Richland was in the midst of a change. Oh, and a steal here, Joyson out of nowhere, loose puck in front. Sudak made the initial save, and A-fans want a penalty, won't get one. Taggart continues on. Bianchin takes it away. Still in the offensive zone for Pine Richland, but now Joyson will settle it. Saucer pass off the stick of Lichetto. Deflects it to Jackman on the right side. Looking for Joyson, but a little too far for him. Joyson keeps it in. Backhanded out by Van Meter. Dumped back in by Bianchin. Less than 3 to go in the second period. And this will be icing on Pine Richland.
Tigers almost took advantage of a turnover. And the Tiger fans wanted a penalty. Kozak took Lichetto down after that Joyson rebound. I thought they might have had their first power play. But Sudak made his 9th save. Coach Cease maybe talking to the referee about the same sequence. Cam Junker, by the way, has made 20 saves in this one for the Tigers.
Coach Cease in his second year. We talked about during the last broadcast of the semifinals, celebrating the birth of his daughter Hazel Grace 4 months ago. He said Hazel Grace in the house tonight for her first varsity game. Knocked down, steal, Parati skates in all alone. Backhand stop, Sudak rebound, and Sudak with another stop, this time on Shear.
What a fantastic first save, and the second save, just putting the body in the right place. 2 golden opportunities for the Tigers to cut the lead in half, but Brett Sudak had other ideas.
Evan Parati, one of the alternate captains, came away with a steal and almost the first goal for the Tigers tonight. But thanks to Sudak, it's still 2-0. Under 2 to go in the second. Spirited play here tonight in the 3A championship, as you would expect. Rams have outshot the Tigers 22-11. And this will be icing on North Allegheny this time.
There's Andrew Cease, an A grad, played at Slippery Rock. It's been a great couple years. Been a team to the championship. Still a minute 43 to go in the second. There's some work to do if you're the Tigers. So far, so good. If you're the Rams, you had the power play opportunities. You converted. You have the 2-goal lead.
Coach Cease, he had been an assistant for 8 years at North Allegheny under Mike Magnato, winning a couple of Penguins Cup titles as an assistant. And as you noted, played at Slippery Rock, also played at NA from 2008 through 2010 for Jim Black, who was the head coach at the time.
Also spent time as the head coach at Pine Richland. And time as the commissioner of the PIHL, Jim Black. He's been everywhere. When
Coach Yaklik won, as you alluded to earlier, a Penguins Cup title and state championship in 2006, Jim Black was the coach of Pine Richland at that time as well. So a lot of tie-ins between the two teams and coaching staffs, both as players and coaches for these two head coaches, Yaklik and Cease. Lichetto with 46 seconds left of the second period. Tigers would love to come away with a late goal here. Pine Richland, in contrast, would much rather this 2-goal pad heading into intermission. Centering efforts from Wilkoskis, but that sticked aside by the Rams defense. Parati, another takeaway, backhander on net. Oh, and before Wilkoskis could get there, Kozak clears it away. Hit by Shear, but the Rams clear. A.J. Verzella leaves it for Kozak. Once again, caroms that off the glass on the near side. Howard on the forecheck. Shear, one last chance. Off the blocker, that was going to go wide anyway. Sudak making that stop. And the score is 2-0 Pine Richland after 2 periods in the Class AAA Penguins Cup Championship here from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. We'll step aside for a break. You'll get a look at some of the scoring here courtesy of the Trib Live High School Sports Network and TenbandTV.
Watch WPIHL games. Read about the teams and athletes. Relive the big moments. Every season, the Trib Live High School Sports Network is your home for high school sports. No sign-ups, no fees, just sports.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented heads-up sports training system, improving reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
2 jumbo ice caramel drizzle.
In the second year, 6th year for Coach Yaklik.
And both coaches have a tie to Jim Black as well, who has coached both NA and Pine Richland. Big lick laid on there. Brother of Owen, who was the captain of this NA team, now playing junior hockey. A.J. Verzella with a wrist shot from just inside the blue line, but near side. Joyson trying to work around Van Meter. Joyson tripped up in the offensive zone. Oh, a little backhand touch by Joyson. Lamarck weaving through traffic. Now on to Shear. He takes on a hit from Van Meter, who is laying the lumber big time.
Sure is, in the season with an injury.
Look out, here comes Howard Rister on net from the slot into the midsection of Junker, who makes the stop.
And credit to Junker, loss of Owen Logan.
A chance there for Desai, but a kick save with the right leg pad by Sudak. Another one on net, this time from open ice, poke free, back to Taggart trying to split 2 defenders. He's knocked down to the ice, and we're going to have our first power play of the 3A championship. A little pirouette there by Campbell. Bailey's eyes the net, ricochets off a body and in. That deflected off of Howard, I believe, and the Rams. And now cleared out at another opportunity for the Rams. Campbell, as he is ripped down, and that's going to be another penalty on North Allegheny. This time Brock Murphy. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Campbell, oh, beautiful pass, but Junker with a great save as he stops.
The post and the second shot. Oh, bad line change.
Look out, Howard skates in, breakaway. He is denied again. Stonewalled by Junker. Howard across far side. Campbell, no goal, but there it's poked in. Campbell put it on net, hit the post, but Carson in the midst of a change. On a steal here, Joyson out of nowhere, loose puck in front. Sudak made the initial save, and A fans what a penalty won't get for her first varsity game. Knocked down, steal, Parati skates in all alone. Backhand stop, Sudak rebound, and Sudak with another stop, this time on Shear.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair. Gonna wake up in the morning. Gonna pierce my nose and dye my hair. Gonna stay out after midnight. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Watch WPIHL games. Read about the teams and athletes. Relive the big moments. Every season, the Trib Live High School Sports Network is your home for high school sports. No sign-ups, no fees, just sports.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented heads-up sports training system. Improve your reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
2 jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino.
Extra caramel?
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plan.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
cool, like a dream vacation or a new addition, or both? Let's make it easy by putting a great rate on a home equity line of credit. Let's get started, online or at your local First National Bank branch.
That was awesome.
Hi, I'm Juliana Nichols, and I'm a biochemistry major. I'm also part of the honors program and a resident assistant here at Seton Hill University. One of my favorite Seton Hill experiences was working on a chemistry and anthropology-based research project. I looked at new ways to prepare bones with applications to medicine and science. I intend to apply everything I've learned as a clinical pharmacist in the future. For this and so many other reasons, I'm very grateful for my Seton Hill experience.
2 jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Get in on the secret, get into a colder beer.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know TenbandTV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on TenbandTV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair. Gonna wake up in the morning. Gonna pierce my nose and dye my hair. Gonna stay out after midnight. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Watch
Penguins Cup Class AAA Championship game. Richland with a 2-0 lead in this one. I'm Randy Gore along with Bob Orkwis. It's been an exciting one so far.
Got 2 goals in this one, both coming in the second period. for the Pine Richland Rams, taking advantage of special teams, a pair of power play goals for the Rams. And we'll get to see both of them get pucks to the net, right? There's a good opportunity. This is the second one, the shot bouncing around. Junker gets a piece of it, hits the crossbar, and Carson Brazilla and the near post taps it. And here's the first one. Ben Bailey's from the point, bounces once, bounces twice. Third bounce off the shin pad of Zach Howard, the captain, into the net. Howard gets his second of the playoffs. Carson Brazilla gets his first 2-0 lead. Shots are 22-12, Randy, in favor of Pine Richland, but the last 4 in the second period favored North Allegheny. They had a good opportunity. Karate stopped on a breakaway. Lachetta was taken down. We saw Coach Cease still petition. He's still talking to the referees across the way about the non-call. That's what the Tigers need, though. Similar to what Pine Richland overcame in the semifinals. They were down 2-0 before scoring 4 straight. Tigers were up 3-0 before Seneca Valley got the next 2. So the Tigers need to make it work, get the puck in, work for that power play. They almost had it there, but gotta give credit to the Rams. They've really kept North Allegheny out of their zone. And when needed, that guy right there, Brett Sudak, has made at least 3 big saves in this contest, including the stop on the Bianchin breakaway.
It hasn't been needed to make big stops often, but when they have come about, he has been there time and time again, including the one by Parati in the late stages of the second period.
Parati.
And that was gigantic to keep it at 2-0. And before we start this third period, the pictures brought to you tonight courtesy of the Trib Live High School Sports Network and TenbandTV. I'm Randy Gore along with Bob Orkwis. Our camera operators tonight, Aaron Caldwell, Dylan Opferman, Kennedy Kazarowski, and Mike Eamon. Our producer, Todd Kazarowski, and Jess Levo, our wonderful director, as always.
Fantastic job on 4 games. TJ Neshannock winning last night, D2 for Neshannock. TJ in 2A. Neshannock, by the way, the only champion PIHL-wise to repeat from last year. We got one more after this one. Single A, Chartiers Valley and Greensburg-Salem. That's the 1 seed. Greensburg-Salem is the 5 seed out of the gold division. Of course, the winner of this one goes to the Stadium. I love it. The Haverford Stadium for the Pennsylvania Cup Championship. Number 1 seed in the Flyers Cup is LaSalle College. Number 2, Malvern Prep. They play tomorrow. The last 2 teams from the East to win championships, LaSalle College in 19, Malvern Prep in 21. Last year it was neither of those teams here out east. East came west.
Well, Parati with a chance there, stopped by Sudak once again. And the other way, here comes Campbell, streaking through, sharp angle, stopped by Junker. He'll backhand it toward the net. It is paddled and then smothered by Junker.
You'll take that at both ends if you're the Tigers. Good opportunity from the hashes for Parati, who had the breakaway. Another good save, Sudak. And then you kept, even though it was 1-on-3, you kept Campbell to the outside. Can't really afford to give up another goal if you're the Tigers in this one.
Yeah, whoever scores the next goal, if there is a next goal, but whoever scores it, it will be gigantic and where this game is headed.
We got a high stick, I think, against the Rams. It's Colton Andrighetti. This is a great opportunity early in the third for NA, just 54 seconds in.
North Allegheny in the playoffs, 1 for 7 with the man advantage. Ryan Jackman scoring that goal. It was the very first goal of the playoffs for the Tigers against Central Catholic. So here a chance for North Allegheny to get back into it, trailing 2-0.
Rams have killed off 3 of the 4 penalties they've taken in the playoffs. Slashing, not high sticking.
And it goes against Colton Andrighetti, the freshman. Great penalty kill right now.
Junker took a spill, trying to get that puck, stop it before it got to the goal line.
Penalty kill in the regular season for Pine Richland, 10th out of 11 teams in Class 3A. killing off only 74.5% of the penalties they have faced.
Kerber might be the guy for NA. He's got 5 power play goals during the regular season.
Jackman sends it across, and there's Kerber. You called it. Beautiful pass from Jackman, and Kerber cashes in. Tigers back in it, down 2-1.
Kerber in front. Jackman down low, wanted it on the near goal line. He was kind of stationed there and got it right across to Kerber. Kerber gets his first of the playoffs. All 3 goals in this one coming with the man advantage. Huge early boost of momentum for North Allegheny.
Jackman with that feed, post to post, and Kerber stationed for the goal. Look out, a chance for Pine Richland, but that one sent wide by Taggart. Also Casper in that mix.
Yeah, Casper in the first one. Taggart had the better opportunity, the rebound.
2-on-2. Tigers with a little pep in their step here to open the third period. They're scoring their first goal of the night will do that for you. We saw the Rams, once they got their first, were cycling the puck very well. Junker near side to Shears. It's a brand new game now.
Travis Lamarck, by the way, picked up the second assist on the power play goal. Jackman and Lamarck, Kerber's first. Plenty of time now. Tigers get it early to make it 2-1.
Andrighetti, glove save by Junker. Well, Camden Junker, you talked about it earlier. Coach Andrew C. said he calls him the Junk Man. I asked him if his teammates call him that or if they gave him the nickname. He said, I gave him the nickname. And the coach's nickname, Stick. Goes wide left there of Junker and then cleared out by North Allegheny. Williams almost gave it away to Jackman, but he does find Andrighetti 3-on-3 in the attack. In the attacking zone for Pine Richland. Williams keeps it in along the left point. Behind the net, Carson Verzella backhands it, but finds Kerber instead. Now Jackman weaving through. 2-on-3, but Jackman wrister goes wide. Still in the Pine Richland defensive zone. And Lamarck keeps it in. Plays it off the body of Lichetto as it deflects to the far side. Carson Verzella clears. Bounding puck. Handled by Andrighetti. Stopped by Brock Murphy near his own blue line. Pass ahead to Fritz, trying to deflect it in, but Williams there to deny it. Knocked down by Fritz, kept in. Desai, right side Lichetto, sharp angle, blocker save by Sudak. Murphy again, high stick on the puck by Fritz. Slapped by Pine Richland, and now we have a stoppage.
Hand pass. Good job by Fritz. Made that steal to keep this opportunity.
Please remain seated to honor our champion, and please no ice or runway access post game.
That's what you needed to the Tigers. Zone time. They got it with the man advantage. Just a steal.
Shear with the theft shot on net. Had a little trouble gaining possession there as he let the wrist shot go, and Sudak able to make the save as it deflects out of play.
Is checking the tape job. Is Ed Shear. Well, you take the result. You got an O-zone face-off. Exactly 4 minutes gone in the third.
And off that draw, while Koskis in the corner looking for Parati. Comes the Shear, wrister, and that deflects over the crossbar. I don't believe Sudak got a piece of it, but it hit someone. Anthony swings it into the far corner all the way around. And a hit by Walkoskis on Van Meter. Murphy lays the lumber on Campbell. Rams in their own defensive zone eventually get it back to the neutral zone. Campbell feeds one ahead as he finds Taggart. Check that, Bailey's rather. Just beyond Kerber. Tigers will go for a line change. 2-1 Pine Richland. North Allegheny able to get the first goal in the third period with the man advantage. And as Bob Orkwis noted, all 3 goals tonight coming on the power play. for all parties involved. Costa caroms that off the near side. Forecheck Joyson, as well as Kerber. Kozak feeds it to the neutral zone, handled by Bianchin. Jackman backhands it on to Costa. Joyson stays on sides. Costa, wrister on net from just inside the blue line. Stopped by Sudak. You get another look at that save by Sudak as he is being called upon much more in this third period. Shots at 26-17 for the game, favoring Pine Richland. Walkoskis face-off win. Slapper Lamarck deflects. Walkoskis trying to bang it in, but it's cleared out of there somehow by Pine Richland. Icing on the Rams.
Well, sure if that got behind Sudak or it was underneath Sudak. Let's see. It was behind him.
Yeah. Tarasovic was the man who
That's who
saved
it was.
it.
Yep.
And even though he ices the puck, he'll take that all day long.
No question. No question about it.
Aiden Tarasovic, the senior defenseman who made the big play right there. 11:34 to go in the third period. Now the draw won by the Rams. Andrighetti along with Tarasovic, who carries the mail. Check that, Carson Verzella rather. Tarasovic on the ice as well. Howard with a takeaway. Howard, blocker save by Junker. And now Carson Verzella will play it out to Tarasovic. Eyes the net. Trying for a deflection was Howard. Backhands it in front, and it's batted in by Andrighetti. And the Rams have a 3-1 lead.
First point, first goal of the playoffs. Andrighetti feeling a lot better now. He was the player who took the slash, which led to the NA goal. Gets in front. Good forecheck by the Rams, keeping the puck in. Andrighetti with good hand-eye, bats it out of the air. And the 2-goal lead is restored. First time tonight, an even strength marker. And a 3-1 lead for Pine Richland.
Howard should have at least one of the assists on that goal as he backhanded it in front, and then on the aerial, Andrighetti just bunting it in. And the Rams up 3-1.
2-on-1.
And a chance now for Campbell all alone on Junker, and he makes the stop. Also helping out there defensively, Desai.
Pine Richland player who started that break is down. Might be Bailey's on the far side. Great hustle by Ravi Desai at the end of that 2-on-1. It is Ben Bailey's.
Bailey's, who had 6 goals in the regular season, 12 total points.
Got an assist tonight.
He has helped off. The Pine Richland, as we get the announcement on the goal. So Tarasovic gets the other assist, and again, remember the defensive play he made, so on both ends of the ice. Now Pine Richland looking for a 5th Penguins Cup championship, but Kerber with other thoughts in mind plays it wide right. Kerber behind the net to Jackman. That was the combo for the NA goal early in this third period. Give away to Lamarck in the neutral zone, give him back to Casper. AJ Verzella will dump behind the North Allegheny cage. Stolen by Casper, played on net, saved by Junker. AJ Verzella gives chase. Still in the offensive zone for Pine Richland as we have 10 minutes to go in the third period. Jackman. Steal, AJ Verzella. 2-on-1 develops. Verzella plays it on net, and a glove save made by Camden Junker.
That's a good job by AJ Verzella and by the NA defense, because you mentioned the 2-on-1 developing. You could see it right there with Jeremy Casper. They made it 2-on-4 actually, so really Verzella had no other option than to shoot that. And he took that option, They get the offensive zone face-off. Zach Howard with 2 points tonight wins the draw.
And Junker, the keeper, that was Ryan Jackman who made a diving play there to also hamper the effort of A.J. Verzella even after that steal. As you had put it, it went from 2-on-1 to 2-on-4 in a hurry thanks to guys like Jackman on the back check. Tarasovic, who's had a great game tonight. Howard now with a chance. Off the body of Junker. Batted down. Still in front. Andrighetti's shot. They're going to call a high stick on the puck.
No save. You take that if you're the Tigers. That loose puck banging around. Went up in the air. That's got to be a hand
Yeah,
pass.
it was knocked down with the glove.
It's not a high stick.
Yeah. Either way, it's a face-off to the left.
Another win by
keeper,
Howard.
Junker, won by Pine Richland. Williams doesn't make it on net. Carson Verzella knocked down by Andrighetti behind the cage. Takes on a hit from Jackman. Trying to dig it free. 4 players in that scrum. Carson Verzella comes out of there with it. Backhand left point Williams. Tarasovic slapper saved by Junker. Rebound controlled by Jackman. Now on to the speedy Mark Joyson. Joyson is leveled by Tarasovic.
Penalty.
And that's going to be an infraction.
It's an elbow. That's the correct call, I think. That's a good idea by Tarasovic, but I think he did get the chicken wing up on Joyson.
And you had another great look at it. We've seen some great clean hits tonight from Pine Richland. That was not one of them, however. As you had described the chicken wing, that's basically what he gave him, the forearm shiver, if you will.
I saw the 7, and right away I thought that's Van Meter, right? Because he's been throwing the body around tonight. Now the Tigers have a power play goal. They almost need this one, Randy. Down 3-1 with 8:47 to go in the third.
Draw one by the Rams. Unable to clear, though, while Koskis keeps it along the near boards. Has Jackman. Center point, Lamarck. Stick handles now while Koskis. Great puck movement there, but Joyson trying to play to the top of the crease for Kerber. Maybe one too many passes there. Power play continues in the offensive zone. Jackman sharp angle, puck loose. Lamarck, center point. Joyson across near side while Koskis surveys. Jackman trying to jam it in. Up against the back side of the net. Rams gain control but give it away while Koskis. Once again, 118 on the power play here for North Allegheny. And a bit of a must-have if you're a Tigers fan. While Koskis, left wing circle, wrister on net. Loose off the save by Sudak. Offensive zone continues here for NA on the power play. While Koskis on net, kick save. And now that leads to a chance here for Campbell without numbers, trying to do it on his own. That goes wide of the keeper, Junker.
Real good left pad save that time by Sudak. Oh, well, that was almost a bad turnover for the Tigers.
Well, Koskis carries it in. Howard takes it away and immediately clears to the neutral zone where it's knocked down by Brock Murphy. A.J. Verzella, scrappy play, trying to poke it free. 20 seconds now to go in this power play. Forecheck here by A.J. Verzella. While Koskis trying to gain some freedom. Poked by Howard and poked away again. This time by Proctor. 3 seconds on the power play, and that'll do it. So the Rams kill that one off. Stays 3-1 Pine Richland, down to 6:42 to go in the third.
Got to give the Rams credit. Their PK unit. Tigers had at least 65 seconds of zone possession time to start that man advantage. Yet stays 3-1. We're under 6.5 to go in this one.
Two goal lead, remains intact for Pine Richland. Rams on the attack. Proctor near boards. Plays it behind the NA net where it's hauled in by Anthony. Ricochets that off the far boards. Gathered in by Williams. Back to Proctor. Finds a man at the blue line. Head of steam. A.J. Verzella looking for Taggart. Pass a little bit beyond him. Casper backhands it into the corner. Anthony gains command. 5:47 and counting in period number 3. Lichetto off his stick, but Proctor back on to Casper, and the Rams go for a line change. Near giveaway. Oh, Bailey's trying to find Lanyard. Murphy up ahead. Rams back to the Tigers' blue line. Caromed off the far boards to Walkoskis. 3-on-2 develops. Walkoskis on net. Saved by Sudak with a left pad. Fritz in the quarter. Out of there to Walkoskis. Bianchin slap shot into the midsection. Breadbasket save by Sudak.
Well, change up, which might not have been a bad thing. Bianchin at the left point. Kind of a knuckle puck, if you will. You see it dip there. Give Sudak credit. On top of the crease and no rebound. Both very important.
.5:10 remaining in period number 3. Rams by a pair. Goals by Zach Howard, Carson Verzella in the power play in the second, high stick. And also Colton Andrighetti in this third. Evan Kerber has NA's only goal. That was on a power play very early in the third period. 15:18 to go in the third when that goal occurred. So off the high stick.
All three of their goals, the Rams, Randy, very important, right? Howard's goal is the first. So that's always important. Came early in the second. Verzella makes it 2-0, so you get a cushion. And then it was 2-1. And less than 4 minutes later, Andrighetti, who took the penalty, bunts the puck in to restore the 2-goal lead. And now we're down to 4:50. Stays 2 goals. You got to think about Junker coming off.
Yeah, when do you pull the trigger on that? If you're Coach Andrew Cease, deflection by Carson Verzella and out of play.
The trend, especially at the NHL level now, Randy, is you do it a lot earlier than you used to in the past. I wouldn't say at 4:39, but if it stays 3-1 and 2 minutes tick off, maybe you think about it.
The face-off will come across the North Allegheny blue line. Draw one by the Rams and immediately banked into the North Allegheny defensive zone. Joyson back to the neutral zone. Tarasovic gathers it in to Williams off the stick of Jackman. Deflects on to Logan. Logan looking for Joyson, but Howard there. Back to Tarasovic, far side Williams. Andrighetti deflects it toward Junker. Will paddle it aside onto Brock Murphy. Behind the net, a little too far for Logan to reach for it. And Joyson back toward Logan. Puts on a hit on Carson Verzella. Now Logan up to Lichetto. Tigers trailing by 2. Williams decks Lichetto. And Carson Verzella able to skate by a defender, while Koskis the other way. Teammate to the right, Lichetto in front, backhand stopped by Sudak on Joyson as he had a wide open net, but the backhander went off the leg of Sudak as he had a wide open net on the near side.
And Joyson got it on his toe of the stick.
Yeah.
He couldn't really get it. Clean backhander. If he does, he's got 80% of the net to hit. But he shot it right into Sudak. Give him credit. He wasn't scrambling. And that was a big opportunity for the Tigers. But Sudak has made the saves when he needed to.
Let's get another look at it here. There you could see he had almost the entire net there, but just off the
couldn't get it
front of that stick.
Couldn't get it to his left, which was where the net was open.
So the Rams survive that and maintain a 2-goal lead. 3-1 Pine Richland. Inching forward toward a 5th Penguins Cup championship. Tigers looking for 5 as well. But on the trailing end of this 3-1 score, Bianchin settles the puck in the defensive zone, trying to start a rush up toward Parati. Handled by Logan Kozak near boards. Taken by Lamarck. Rams content to just kill some time right now as they can feel it. It's stick handling by Logan, able to avoid Bailey's. At the blue line, Lichetto. Parati on net. Rebound loose, but cleared away by Campbell. Again, one of the Rams off a loose rebound saves the day. Tarasovic earlier, Campbell this time. While Koskis carries the mail near the right wing circle toward the quarter. Across the way to the near side, Logan. Logan, that deflected off, I believe, Van Meter, but it's all the way out of the zone. Nearing 2 minutes. Now, when do you think about pulling Junker? Tigers have that look. Here comes Junker. 2:06 to play. Lichetto near side. So the Tigers have 6 skaters on the ice at empty nets. Slapper, Lamarck. Stopped by Sudak. You've got a scramble in front. Players digging for it. Knocked down by Lamarck. Still in the offensive zone. Toward the net. Stopped by Sudak. Somehow he saw it.
I didn't.
Neither did I, but Sudak did. And the Rams keep a 2-goal lead.
There are at least 8 legs, 4 sets of legs. Watch this. 1, 2. There's 6 players in the lane, and Sudak somehow finds that puck and smothers it.
Pine Richland with Penguins Cup titles in 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2019. The 2008 championship was in Class 3A, the others in AA. Rams trying to make it another in Class 3A here tonight. And they are 95 seconds away from it. Tigers with the empty nets. Neutral zone, Lichetto, while Koskis, far side, Lamarck. Joyson in the corner, bounces around. Rams trying to settle it. Jackman back to Lamarck, backhands it toward the slot. While Koskis across, and the Tigers score. Lichetto. It's a 3-2 game with 1:04 remaining. His second of the playoffs, and it couldn't come at a better time for Lichetto right there, while Koskis with a beauty of a pass.
Great puck movement. Players where they need to be. Koskis down low, Lichetto in front. North Allegheny takes the timeout, getting back within 1 once again. Now they got 64 seconds to make it happen.
There is life for North Allegheny. A near miss earlier by Joyson. This time the Tigers cash in with the empty net. The net will remain empty, I'm sure, with the deficit now down to 1.
You might have Junker out at the top of the circles for the face-off. We get the replay once again. The pass came across, and that's knowing where it is. So it goes right wing, left wing, back right for the tap-in by Gianni Lichetto.
Well, Koskis and Lamarck should have the assists here.
That should be, if it's Lamarck, it'll be 2 points.
No, they give it to Joyson. But either way, the Tigers more concerned on the fact that a goal was scored. And
so Junker's in the crease, not in the high at top of the circles. Now the face-off win is huge.
In first opportunity, he'll leave the ice, Will Junker. Face-off is won by North Allegheny. Lamarck pirouettes back to Joyson. Forecheck Campbell, Lamarck has it, and here goes Junker. 54 seconds to play here, the 3A finals. Tigers.
Kerber's the extra attacker.
Trying to find the equalizer, knocked down at the blue line. Lichetto warded off there by Lanyard. 40 seconds left. 3-2 Pine Richland. They've had a 2-goal lead much of this game, but down to 1 right now. Puck jammed into that quarter. Tigers trying to shovel it free. Cannot.
That's Van Meter. That's about 20 seconds he took off the clock.
Chance for Shear, deflects back to Lamarck, diving play by Howard, still in the offensive zone though, kept in by Shear. 12 seconds to go, centering pass, Wilkoskis there, Tigers digging for it, it's cleared out by Pine Richland, and that is going to do it. The Rams survive one last rush, and they are Penguins Cup champions with a 3-2 victory over North Allegheny. There's the mob scene right in front of the Pine Richland student body. The Rams win the Penguins Cup championship, the 5th in program history, 2nd in AAA, and it is indeed one for the thumb tonight for Pine Richland, a 3-2 win, and there is the hardware.
Where you want to be, right? At the end of the season. With the hugs and the huddle. And a chance to skate with the Penguin Cup. Good pushback from the Tigers, right? No quit.
Could it be much more exciting than that at the finish?
I don't know, the puck comes to the blue line, it stays right on the blue line. You said they keep it in the zone, they get a jam up in front, and then it just slowly slides out. And there are your PIHL 3A champions, the Pine Richland Rams.
And Coach...
Hey, and we shouldn't be surprised, right? 3 games, 3 one-goal wins for the Rams all season. 2 in the regular, 1 here in the finals.
That's right, and Coach Yaklik, he said clean slate, regular season doesn't matter, but it's another 1-goal win for Pine Richland over North Allegheny, so they do pull off the season sweep, and they win the most important game here in the Penguins Cup Championship. And Coach Yaklik, he talked about winning the St. Margaret's tournament and how that helped the team develop that ability to learn how to win, and there's a big hug there between Junker and Sudak. Great competitors and goaltenders, and you'll have the handshakes around here. But going back to that point, the team learned how to win there at the St. Margaret's tournament, and they have won the Penguins Cup Championship. Now they move on to the Pennsylvania Cup Championship on Saturday.
A date at the Stadium against either LaSalle College or Malvern Prep. Those two will play tomorrow. It's a disappointing end for North Allegheny. A lot to be proud of. 3A ultra competitive, Randy. All the teams who got in the semifinals, and these two specifically to make the final game, deserve it because 3A is a grind.
And when the playoffs began in the quarterfinal round, top 8 teams, all 8 had a chance coming in. Certainly all 4 out of the semifinals were viable title contenders. And this game tonight certainly proved how competitive Class 3A is. Coach Yaklik and Coach Cease, handshakes. And now the Rams ready to lift the big trophy here. They can feel it. Sudak and Bailey celebrating.
You guys started up front this season. You guys stayed up front all season.
Well, let's turn it over to Asta McLean, your public address announcer.
You guys played a great game last week. You guys played an even better game this week. And now, you guys have a handful of rings now. 5th Penguins Cup for Pine Richland. But before we get those rings, we gotta get some hats and we gotta get some hardware. We'll call you up one by one to get your hats. Starting off, goaltender number 1, Nathan Dembowski. Number 3, Carson Parkhill. Number 4, AJ Rosala. 13, Carson versus Iowa. Number 15, Matthew Mulder. Number 21, Brett Sudak. Number 23, Jeremy Casper. Number 34, Colin Campbell. Number 40, Michael Desjardins. Number 44, Josh Lanyard. Number 52, Hayden Keegan. Number 53, Zachary Howard. Number 56, Noah Taggart. Number 59, Benjamin Davies. Number 62, Nick Rupe. Number 65, Isaac Baker. Number 73, Aiden Teresovich. Number 76, Rock Monaco. Number 77, Douglas Van Meter. Number 79, Graham Bogle. Number 88, Roger Williams. And number 91, Logan Kozak. Not only do you guys get some hardware tonight, you guys are going to States on Saturday as well. You guys will be playing the winner of Mullen Prep and LaSalle. That game will be on Wednesday, so tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Visit flyers-cup.org to follow along. Now, all captains, please join us at center ice to retrieve the Penguins Cup.
That is Lenny Santoro, by the way, the keeper of the cup around these parts.
And now for the time being, it's the Pine Richland Rams, the keeper of the cup. The keepers of the cup here in Class 3A.
Is there a better skate than this at the end of the season? Maybe Saturday. But step one, Penguins Cup championship for the Rams.
And the captains were the ones that came out to garner the trophy. And you think of Zach Howard, who had a goal tonight, power play goal that opened the scoring, and he was among those scrambling, throwing every body part you could to try and stop the puck to prevent North Allegheny from finding the equalizer. And that's what captains do. They drive teammates to the game, they drive teammates to practice, they give it their all. And Zach Howard, the guy with the cup right there.
They drive teammates to a Penguins Cup championship, right?
Indeed. Well, you can see the celebration there with Pine Richland. 3-2 winners tonight over North Allegheny. Bob Orkwis, your final thoughts?
Fun, always good to be alongside of you.
Likewise.
And kind of what we expected, right? Not a lot of separation in 3A. Not a lot of separation between these two teams in particular. 2-0 lead for the Rams. They took advantage of power play opportunities. They got pushed back, but they get the 3-2 victory. And there's the picture you want around the big cup. And another championship, one for the thumb, as you called it, for the Pine Richland Rams.
Another trophy to be doled out tonight. Class Single A final, Chartiers Valley against Greensburg Salem at approximately 8:45. Matt Vandriak and Kevin Zolmansky will have the call of that one. For our cast and crew here, camera operators Aaron Caldwell, Dylan Opferman, Kennedy Kazarowski, Mike Eamon, our producer Todd Kazarowski, and our director Jess Levo. For my partner Bob Orkwis, I'm Randy Gore. Pine Richland winners in Class 3A, the Penguins Cup Championship. Your final, Pine Richland 3, North Allegheny 2. Good night, everyone.
in his second year, sixth year for Coach Yocklick.
And both coaches have a tie to Jim Black as well, who has coached both NA and Pine Richland. Big lick laid on there. Brother of Owen, who was the captain of this NA team, now playing junior hockey. AJ Verzella with a wrist shot from just inside the blue line, but near side. Joyson trying to work around Van Meter. Joyson tripped up in the offensive zone. Oh, a little backhand touch by Joyson. Lamarck weaving through traffic. Now on to Shear. He takes on a hit from Van Meter, who is laying the lumber big time.
Sure is, in the season with an injury.
Look out, here comes Howard Rister on net from the slot into the midsection of Junker, who makes the stop.
And credit to Junker, loss of Owen Logan.
A chance there for Desai, but a kick save with the right leg pad by Sudak. Another one on net, this time from Fritz. Ice, poke free, back to Taggart, trying to split two defenders. He's knocked down to the ice, and we're going to have our first power play of the 3A championship. A little pirouette there by Campbell. Bailey's eyes the net, ricochets off a body and in. That deflected off of Howard, I believe, and the Rams. A little pirouette there by Campbell. Bailey's eyes the net, ricochets off a body and in. That deflected off of Howard, I believe, and the Rams. And now cleared out at another opportunity for the Rams. Campbell, as he is ripped down, and that's going to be another penalty on North Allegheny. This time Brock Murphy. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Campbell, oh, beautiful pass, but Junker with a great save as he stops.
At the post, and the second shot. Oh, bad line change.
Look out, Howard skates in, breakaway. He is denied again. Stonewalled by Junker. Howard. Across far side, Campbell, no goal, but there it's poked in. Campbell put it on net, hit the post, but Carson in the midst of a change. On a steal here, Joyson out of nowhere, loose puck in front. Sudak made the initial save. NA fans, what a penalty won't get for her first varsity game. Knocked down, steal, Parati skates in all alone. Backhand stop, Sudak rebound, and Sudak with another stop, this time on Shear. There's Kerber, you called it. Beautiful pass from Jackman, and Kerber cashes in. Tigers back in it, down 2-1. Slapped by Pine Richland, and now we have a stoppage.
Hand pass.
Jackman backhands it on to Costa. Joyson stays on sides. Costa, wrister on net from just inside the blue line. Stopped by Sudak. Walkoskis face-off win. Slapper Lamarck deflects. Walkoskis trying to bang it in, but it's cleared out of there somehow by Pine Richland. In front, and it's batted in by Andrighetti, and the Rams have a 3-1 lead. Steal, AJ Verzella. 2-on-1 develops. Verzella plays it on net, and a glove save made by Camden Junker. Tarasovic, who's had a great game tonight. Howard now with a chance, off the body of Junker, batted down, still in front, Andrighetti. Mark Joyson. Joyson is leveled by Tarasovic.
Penalty.
And that's going to be an infraction.
It's an elbow, that's the correct call.
Fritz in the quarter. Out of there to Walkoskis. Bianchin slap shot into the midsection. Breadbasket save by Sudak. Puts on a hit on Carson Verzella. Now Logan up to Lichetto. Tigers trailing by 2. Williams decks Lichetto by a defender. Walkoskis the other way. Teammate to the right. Lichetto in front. Backhand stop by Sudak on Joyson as he had a wide to avoid Bailey's. At the blue line, Lichetto. Parati on net. Rebound loose, but cleared away by Campbell. Players digging for it. Knocked down by Lamarck. Still in the offensive zone. Toward the net. Stopped by Sudak. Somehow he saw it. And back to Lamarck. Backhands it toward the slot. Walkoskis across. And the Tigers score Lichetto. It's a 3-2 game with 1:04 remaining. In by Shear. 12 seconds to go. Centering pass. Walkoskis there. Tigers digging for it. It's cleared out by Pine Richland. And that is going to
lead for the Rams. They took advantage of power play opportunities. They got pushed back, but they get the 3-2 victory. And there's the picture you want around the big.
Gonna get up pretty big. Tell the boys and